So how does it feel for you to be back with the group, and how do you feel like training's gone this week so far?
Yeah, it's feeling great to be back, and because we knew that we had 10 sessions or 2.5 weeks with everyone being around and available, we wanted to get straight into our organisation and what we look like as a team. So we had to communicate a lot and make sure players are coming in good health and a good fitness base, and we got players coming off a tournament. So the slower start to physical loads this week was appropriate for them because they've just come off a tournament, and some of them been in Europe. And then the ones that have got themselves into a good place, it's not too much this week that they're not putting themselves at risk for a knock or an injury. So it's on the physical load, it's been a light start, but on the soccer and coaching and information, and it's been straight in to get organised and how we look with the ball and what we're going to try and do with it, and evolve this team to being a good attacking team to being a dangerous attacking team. So it started well, and I'm really happy.
You had a number of players that were dealing with injuries that I don't really know about exactly in the off season, but Dagny I think was dealing with something. Nadia, Megan Klingberg was. There might be some others. Can you give me kind of an injury rundown? How is everyone doing?
Yeah, Mandine, Kling, Nadia, who all had knocks in the off season, have come back in and they're doing great. We've still got to monitor them, keep an eye on them, but they're full go. They've done everything. Dagny was making great progress, had a tiny setback a couple of weeks ago, so she's probably a few weeks away from getting into training. And then Lindsay took a tiny knock preparing during her last training session at home before coming for preseason last week. After she believes she just felt her hip flexor a little bit, so she's missed a couple of days this week. We hope she'll be all in next week. It's just Dagny and Lindsay right now that are not in doing everything. The rest, they've had things and they're doing well, and they're progressing.
What is Dagny's injury?
I couldn't tell you precisely. It's associated with lower back, but there's some tightness and things going on. When your lower back gets impacted, it starts affecting other things as well. Let's call it lower back, but it's more than that. And it was a shame because she was doing really well. She was, I remember we gave her an update about a month ago. She got a small knock, but we thought by now we'd be on the pitch. She had a setback 2 weeks ago, and just slowed her down a little bit.
With the team this year, obviously you have all the consistency. How important was it for you to try to keep as much of the group together in the off season?
Yeah, number one was to try and keep everyone here, and number two, then how can we improve what's here? I think giving some younger players an opportunity to come in and see they can force their way onto the roster. Britt Eckerstrom coming in, Ashley Sykes coming in June. I think we've kept everyone, and added a couple that I think help us move forward as a group. I think Ashley gets here and she's going to be an unbelievable threat in this league. This league suits the type of player she is. Very athletic, quick, can create, can score, can get between lines, can get behind lines. But she's also quite a simple player. She does the simple things really well, and that's the type of team we are. We want to be a very simple team that do simple things at a really high level consistently. So it's good. It's really good to keep as many as we could. There's a couple, Skogabo, Kat Williamson, Michelle Betos, a couple that we did lose. That core that we've worked really hard last year, what Gavin did to build this team, keeping those core players and so much talent here. It's a luxury for me. For us as a group, it just puts us in a position that it's almost like the semi-final was a week ago, and we got the group back in and we're building off what we were achieving then as a team. We're just building off that. We're 3 days of sessions in, and it feels like we know each other well. We're moving forward.
In terms of building off last year, obviously it was a great consistent season, winning the Shield, and then you had the disappointment at the end. How are you guys trying to build off that? What have you been saying to the players going into this year?
The consistency was in results. Our team, apart from the last 4 regular season and the semi-final, our team looked extremely different. It was far from consistent. The formations, the tactics, the training, meetings, it was not consistent. The results, we found a way to get consistent results, picking up wins when we should win, or ties, and even picking up ties or wins when we probably shouldn't win or tie. which made the results great. I mean, this year now we have the people and the players here for more consistency, and initially it's going to be great, and halfway through, we've got a really competitive roster. Having everyone here, it does bring a different challenge. There's players going to be working very hard that don't get an opportunity, or maybe do and someone's lost their opportunity, so there'll be new challenges. Last year it was everyone in and out. This year it's a great privilege to have them here all the time, or most of the time, but that does bring other challenges, and we'll be ready for that as a group, and it'll be new, and we'll be ready for it.
Have you talked to players a lot about expectations? Is it just kind of focusing on game one and getting ready for that, or have you talked about our goal is to win the NWSL Shield and win the championship this year?
Yeah, we didn't, like last year, we're not talking about anything that's not immediately in front of us. We spoke about goals day one, our goals for this year, and I meant this, and we live by this. Our goal is we've got two goals. Number one is be the very, very best that we can every day. We turn up, no matter we had a good night's sleep, bad night's sleep, rough day, good day, whatever we are, we turn up and we can give everything we can to this team, and being the best individual we can to help move forward. And hopefully that results in growth in the people, growth on the athlete, and growth in what the team looks like. That's one, be our best every day. Second thing is put the team first, consistently. There are two goals, and I truly mean that. It wasn't, of course the staff sit there and we're looking at what points we need and what games, what goals we need to score or concede. Never ever do we talk about that with the players. We stay focused on the process, and the process is being ready to be our best and putting the team first in everything that we do.
And then where do you, fifth year, obviously that's a big thing for the league, lifetime deal was a big step. Where do you feel like the league is at, and are there areas that you still think the league needs to grow on from your perspective?
I think the league is, the people associated with growing the league, that's staff at NWSL, that's owners, that's GMs, that's coaches, that's players, that's fans, media. I mean, media probably are the ones that don't get talked about enough. They keep asking more and more questions and demanding more of the league from all aspects, quality and coverage, and that's helped raise the bar as well. I think everyone's played a big part, and the league has moved forward tremendously. 2013, halfway through the season, was when I got involved. I actually watched 2013 games back in the off season because I'd gone through 16, 15, 14, and it was like watching soccer on the Atari. I don't know if you remember, or the Commodore computer system, going back to 2013, and now looking at how streams, and now we got a Lifetime coming in with an amazing deal. I think it's moved forward all over the place at the same time as it's moving forward, and we do have to appreciate it because we're so fast to talk about the next thing that hasn't been done in a negative way, that why has this not been done, and demanding more. We've got to appreciate a lot has happened. Then after that appreciation, we've got to keep going. Now I'm trying to do that as a coach of our team. Our team was good last year, but we need to be better, and that's my role. I don't get paid to do the other things, but the people who do, we got to support them in driving those standards higher and across the board, everything. I know you could say, well, what? Every single thing that the condition in the league, it's the best, most competitive league in the world. There's not a more challenging competitive league, and there's some things that blow the other leagues away with quality on the field product and the stadium, the fans. And then there's other things that we might be behind, and it's not my role to identify those. Someone else will, and I think we can keep supporting those people who need to do that in driving the standards. We're going to keep moving forward.